Hello again. I know you are always eager to see my next animation, but currently I am having some problems. I'm working on my next battle video, which will feature Medusa Bell, and while the animation is done, I am having troubles contacting Medusa Bell's voice actor. So it's basically just like with Adventures. Medusa Bell's voice actor, you know who you are, so if you are watching this, I would appreciate it if you reply to my message. Anyway, while waiting, I decided to make my first top 10 list, to find out if I suck at it or if this is something I should keep doing. I didn't get as much suggestions as I hoped for, but I did get one that was really good. Namely, my favorite Minecraft animations. I think that's a good one to start with since I will still be in my comfort zone then. So here are the rules. I will not be choosing my own animations because then I will look like a self-promoting jerk, and also I'm fully aware I'm not one of the best 10 animators on YouTube. The other rule is that if the video is part of a series, I will be including the whole series. Now let's find out if I'm list making material or if I should stick to animating. Any Monster School adaptation. Okay, maybe this is cheating, but I didn't technically make them. As I said before, I don't really watch them, but every time I search for Minecraft animations they show up somewhere. And the nice feeling I get when I realize my series has evolved to some kind of YouTube phenomenon is good enough for me to put it on the number 10 spot. Rick's Minecraft Tales. This series is purely comedy with little to no story and mostly relying on slapstick and overall silliness. And it works. The timing is good, the ridiculous character movements works to the show's advantage, and the characters can make some really amusing facial expressions. It's just really basic comedy and it's also really fast paced. It's like being on an adrenaline rush, and I like it. Cooking with the Iron Golem. This was the first time I saw some really nice 3D animation in a Minecraft animation. The shading, the movements, the sounds, it all looks great. Aside from that, the story is very simple. The Iron Golem cooks stuff. It's kind of like Monster School, real self-explanatory with no dialogue, and the humor centered around the Iron Golem hitting stuff, which did make me giggle a few times. I'm making salad. I hate salad! I'm going to milk a cow, like a man! There's not much more to say about it. It's nicely animating, it's entertaining, and it's charming. What more could you ask for? Take Back the Night. I'm really not a fan of Minecraft songs. They range from almost as good as the original to dreadful, and they're usually parodies of songs I didn't even like in the first place. However, if you remove the song from this one, it still tells a pretty interesting story. Like Cooking with the Iron Golem, it's no dialogue and all action, yet easy to follow. It looks good, tells a pretty basic but still interesting story, and even adds some development to the characters. Well, as much as such a short video would allow. My main problem with it is the way Herobrine is portrayed. See, I tried to be as faithful to the original Herobrine as possible. The one that didn't move his legs or arms, wasn't necessarily evil, his personality was a complete mystery, and he was unkillable. I know I have been going against these rules too, and I'm trying to make up for that by making the Adventures version of him more lore-friendly, if there's such a thing for something that's not even in the game. I still don't see why people are whining about Lord Leskig defeating Herobrine when the videos like this one makes him lose against the average player. But still, it's a nicely animated, well-told story. The fact that the song doesn't appeal to me is easily fixed with the press of a mute button. Epic Mind Quest. And now some 2D animation. This series has some really impressive animation with lots of details that few will probably pay attention to, and that is really admirable. The story is your average we need to find Diamond's tale, but told in a pretty interesting way since the main character has a creeper as a sidekick. What makes the show to me is mainly the characters. Every monster is given its own personality and design, and I love that. The comedy is pretty well done too, and the creeper is completely adorable. Currently there aren't a lot of episodes out, so I can't say much about it at this point. If there were more, I would probably have put it higher on the list, but as it is now, I can only wait for more and hope it keeps getting better. Witch Encounter. Ah yes, Slam a Cow. The guy who people keep telling me I'm nowhere near as good as. I would be lying if I said I didn't envy his work, and this video shows the reasons why. The animation looks nice, the voice acting is superb, and there's even one scene that keeps making me laugh no matter how many times I watch it. I don't know why, I just love the look on his face. It looks like he wants to die and take everyone with him. I don't know what else to say because the video is very basic. It's a dance-off, that's about it. But it still manages to entertain, has a lot of things going on in the background, which gives it reasons to be rewatched. Gods Don't Bleed and Gods Don't Die. Here's another one that gives a very incorrect image of Herobrine. Not just the moving and immortal stuff, but also the fact that he is apparently king now and all monsters hate him. What's up with that? I for one think that Herobrine should be replaced with a very skilled human, that would make more sense. But who am I to bitch about how people portray a character I didn't come up with when the animation looks so nice? There isn't much story to it, but just like Witch Encounter, the story isn't important in this one. The visuals are. And the visuals are splendid. This is what I wish my battle videos could look like, but I know they never will. The character movement is realistic, the special effects meld nicely with the rest of the animation, the sounds are really well done, and it's all very fast paced and intense. This is another one of those I can just watch over and over again without getting tired of. And I hope the maker of these two videos have more nice content to offer in the future. Mob Squad. I love this show. The characters are all likable, or well, to some degree, and the story is surprisingly interesting. It tells the tale of a human's arrival from the mob's point of view. It's entertaining to see how they react to everything while also explaining why mobs attack humans, or in the enemy's case, don't attack humans. I also love how the mobs interpret everything the human does.
Was he wearing any silver or shiny clothes?
Was he wearing silver?
No, he wasn't wearing anything like that.
Okay, perfect. He's in his lowest, weakest form.
The characters are good and have consistent personalities. Phil is the rational leader, Marcus is the idiot who, since he was a human once, has some understanding of crafting without really knowing it, and Cameron is the friendly, annoying one who only takes things seriously when no one else does, and doesn't seem invested in what actually matters, making him excellent at screwing things up. The list goes on, and each character is likable in their own way. Even the witch, despite the fact that she keeps reminding me of the creepy old guy from Family Guy. Heck, they even sound the same.
Oh, let's get naked!
Watching the characters interact and show how much plotting really goes into the murder of a human is really enjoyable. The jokes are pretty good too.
This is soft. Wonder if this is where he sleeps.
The thing smells like a sheep.
Oh
Oh,
my god!
oh, disgust.
So yeah, it's an overall good show that offers a new perspective of Minecraft. An Egg's Guide to Minecraft. Just so you know, when picking this one I am also including all of the other Minecraft animations by Element Animation. It just made more sense to just have one on the list to leave more place for other animations as well. Element Animation is another studio I really admire. The clever humor and likable characters never fail to disappoint. What I like about this show in particular is that they actually managed to have an original story without straying too far from the Minecraft lore. The goal is simply to find Notch. Why has nobody thought of that before? Also, while I don't know if it was intentional or not, even made fun of the overused diamond search story.
Notch lives somewhere in a faraway place, but to get there, we have to find... wait for it... diamonds!
The villagers should also be noted. These guys can be seen all over YouTube nowadays, and I see why. They are hilarious. And then there's also Jason, who looks completely misplaced in Minecraft but still somehow works. I guess it's because he's both adorable and funny. Again, Herobrine is misrepresented, but since nobody but me seems even remotely interested in doing him the right way, I'm just going to stop nagging. This Herobrine works great too. To conclude, the show has an interesting story, memorable characters, and good comedy. Minecraft Noob Adventures. This was actually the first animated Minecraft series I ever watched, and I have been mesmerized by it since I found it. Back then it only had 2 episodes, and they have gotten better and better ever since. The story is really interesting since it is something that could happen on a Minecraft server. It's about a few noobs trying to stop an evil griefer who has somehow become an operator. And the story is told in a very good way, showing off Minecraft's full potential. I also like how the characters are acknowledging that they are in a video game, and I usually don't like fourth wall breaks, but here they work.
Don't let it get to the wall! I can't. I'm having connection problems.
The animation is really nice and the soundtrack is excellent. The characters are wonderful too. Noobly and Snake are sadly not too developed. We know very little about them and their personalities, and if it wasn't for their different clothing, different voices, and the fact that Snake is a talented pixel art builder, I would probably mix them up all the time. Fart Garfunkel is a really good character though. He's funny, but he also plays an important part in moving the story forward. Unlike his 2 friends, he has a lot of personality, which creates some kind of balance. I enjoy the idea of having the cliché-wise old man being around 6 years old, especially since it's true, you don't need to be old to be good at Minecraft. But the greatest character by far is the villain, Gaylord Steambath. This guy might be the best character in any YouTube series ever. He is freaking hilarious. His way of talking, his random noises, his ride of evil laughs. His overall personality is excellent for a Minecraft villain. He doesn't really have any motive, he just grieves because he likes destruction.
My essence is intertwined with these blocks. I am Gaylord Steambath, the Eater of Worlds!
It's pretty cool to see him act like a snub gentleman even when he's covered in fresh blood, showing what a psychopath he is. There's just so much to him. He's narcissistic, sadistic, poetic, and a bunch of other words ending with ick. He truly deserves the crown he wears. I hear a lot of nagging about the episodes coming out too slowly, but as an animator I know what Falconer is going through, especially since what he does is much better and harder than my videos. Whenever there's a new one, I think to myself, what? Already? I simply love this show and hope it never ends. There you go, that was my first top 10 list. You're welcome to tell me how I did and if there should be more, and you can also leave suggestions on what you think they should be about. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to sit here and wait for Medusa's voice actor.